Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD and GBPUSD coming up with trade ideas for the day, if any. So let's jump right into it. Looking at Forex Factory. So we have core retail sales today. That's the only high impact news. Of course, in the grand scheme of things, this will mostly reflect maybe as a medium impact. But yeah, so 1:30, and then tomorrow, that's when we have the main news, the major high impact, which is the NFP. Okay, so looking on the charts today, and reflecting on what happened yesterday as well. Okay, so we'll start with the Euro USD. So we say that price did not mitigate the pivot zone that we were expecting. However, it ended up just mitigating the whole range. Okay, the sell to buy range. Just mitigated it at the proximal, had a strong reaction, and it has filled this imbalance to mitigate this fractal supply right here at the top. Okay, to mitigate this fractal supply at the top, and now we're getting a bit of a reaction, but who knows, this could just be a reaction to then continue bullish, targeting that week high. Okay, if that fails and we make a lower low, then that means we are going to be going for the pivot, or maybe towards the extreme. Okay, towards the extreme. All right. So okay, so that's it for the daily. So looking at the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour, price has mitigated this 4-hour supply. So we see these 4-hour demand areas were eliminated. Okay, those 4-hour demand areas were eliminated. 4-hour supply was eliminated, and then now we've reached into this 4-hour supply that is nested in this daily POI. Now we were expecting, or at least I was hoping, that after that after the slight push, price would come back, mitigate, and then continue. However, that didn't happen. So now price has gone on straight to mitigate the daily supply. However, it's a fractal supply zone. And then when we look at the 4-hour, how it's structured, this is the only zone that is decent. Okay. That's the only zone that is decent. So right now it's not clear. Expectation, maybe we'll get a reaction. Okay. And then maybe this will fail. All right. And maybe this will fail. And then we'll continue towards the week swing highs. So we are expecting to get some kind of reaction. Okay. So it may be a strong reaction coming down. So if that happens, let's see. So if price arrives anywhere in this area, okay, anywhere in this area, because this is our impulse candle, okay, out of the range. These are very small candles, and this is the impulse, and then second impulse, and then we have imbalances. So anyway, around this area, if price arrives, then I might be looking for longs on lower time frames. Okay, on lower time frames. So in the meantime, the expectation, all right, so let's go to the 1-hour. Let's go to the 1-hour. Okay, so we had resting liquidity right there. That was taken completely, minor reaction, but completely obliterated. And then so supply not holding, and then we've had break of structure. So after break of structure, we expect some kind of pullback. Okay. We expect some kind of pullback. So right there, that's our main internal. Right, that's shifted bullish. So these were substructures within. Alright, so now that we've had a break of structure, this is our lowest low that led to the break of structure. So that will be my strong internal. Okay, so internal is now bullish. Alright, internal is now bullish, but after a break of structure, right, we expect some kind of pullback. So in this case, we could start to see price pulling back down to these areas. So it could come and mitigate this this bearish candles. Is that fractal? Let's see. The high is 18697. The high is 18700. Oh yes, so we have a fractal structure right there. Fractal demand. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so price could drop, all right, to mitigate this area before resuming the uptrend. So obviously I'm expecting the trend to continue bullish because the daily was in a bullish trend, but also we have resting liquidity right over here. Okay, all of that is resting liquidity that needs to be taken. Okay, so we'll likely have a reaction to come down, and then at some point we are going to push up. So we could have this, right, and then come up, take all of that, right, and then maybe do another small reaction and then continue until we take out the weak, well, in this case, the strong swing high. Okay, until we take out the strong swing high. But all of this is resting liquidity, so I'm expecting this to go. Okay, I'm expecting that to go. Everything has been mitigated as well. Okay, everything has been mitigated as well, so I'm expecting all of that to go. So now internal is bullish. It is aligned with 4-hour bullish, daily bullish swing trends. So yeah, this could be what we're looking at right now. All right, so that's it for the Euro USD. Then let's look at GBPUSD. Starting on the daily, analysis has been the same. Okay, we had a break of structure. We broke with a strong push up. We had a pullback. We mitigated the sell to buy range. However, we didn't reach the EQ or discount of the range. Okay, or of the swing range, right? But we did reach the discount of the internal range. Yes. Okay, so we did mitigate the discount of the internal range, so it is possible that the pullback is complete and now price could be targeting that weak high. Okay, however, right now we've mitigated this fractal area of supply. Okay, and we are getting a bit of a reaction, so it could just be that, a reaction a reaction before price continues bullish. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour. So at the 4-hour, so on the 4-hour, all right, on the 4-hour we broke structure, and then we've been bearish. All right, internally we are still bearish. This is the strong internal low, and then this is the weak internal low. Now we've mitigated the extreme, okay, of the swing range. So this is where we would expect that reaction, okay, and we are getting a bit of that reaction. However, I think the pullback is complete, and we might be ready to take out that strong internal high to then target the weak swing high. Okay, so supply areas starting to fail. Okay, and then we've had a deeper mitigation, so we'll see. And then going on the 1-hour, looking at the 1-hour, internal is still bearish. Okay, our substructure is bullish, supply zones failing. We have reached the extreme on the 1-hour. We haven't mitigated the extreme though, but yes, this is what we have. Towards the extreme. We're getting a bit of a reaction. So we could come down to that area, and then there's pivot demand as well. And then right now we have this fractal as well. Okay, that's where price is at the moment. So right now it's not quite clear really. So a simple way to think of it may be we have mitigated the 4-hour supply, all right, which is nested inside the daily supply. Internal is bearish, so the internal trend may continue or may resume. Okay, so we may continue bearish, maybe take out this low, and then continue, maybe react from this one, and then maybe reach this one to then finally go up. Right, so right now it's not quite clear what may happen, so we are not trying to predict price, but we are trying to react to what price does. Okay, so we just have expectations, and then we wait and see what price does and see if we can execute on that. Okay, so at the moment I would say that I'm looking for price to continue bearish, possibly take out this demand and then continue lower, possibly to this low. Okay, maybe we get a reaction from here. Okay, if we're to continue bullish. If that fails, then we may as well wait for the extreme. Okay, so those are the ideas for the day, really. That's what we'll be looking at. And yeah, so if you see value in this material, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment and share. Otherwise, have a good day, and Working Trader out.